Oh, you're back again? Welcome back to my channel. I was just grabbing my chai and I decided to yet again do the Chai Pe Charcha. So cheers with you on chai, and very excited to actually talk about a very interesting topic that I was just mulling over when I was putting my cool shades on. They are really hip, right? And I was thinking, should I tell you guys about salary negotiation? It will be pretty interesting, right? And if, of course, you're new to my channel, then whenever I'm doing Chai Break with all of you, I talk about all things management consulting, all things career advancement, and all things MBA. So feel free to hit on the subscribe and the notification button so that you get to know about all the cool things that we're discussing on my channel.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And with that, let's get started. And of course, if you're new, once again, to introduce myself, I've spent last 10 years working in management consulting, strategy across public policy and international affairs, and I share my all on my YouTube channel. With that, let's get started with this interesting topic. So, in my last 10 years, I have negotiated 100 times on the kind of roles and opportunities that I have received. I have interviewed gazillion candidates for my organization because I'm an entrepreneur right now, and I have seen others negotiating with me. So I understand deep in and zoom out. How does negotiation happen? What is an effective negotiation? How can you advance your salary through negotiations? With that, let's get started. So there are going to be 6 things, 5, 6, and I'm going to be peeping into my notes time and again so that I don't miss out on anything that I have noted down for all of you as I was doing my chai break. You should have your chai, and of course I look forward to hearing your comments so that you could tell me what kind of tea are you drinking. Is this chamomile? Is this green tea? Is this kava? I'm a huge fan of kava, by the way. And of course, watch till the end if you want to know exactly my favorite hack to actually negotiate your salary. First thing first. Only, interestingly, 30% of the people negotiate their salary, and most of these people end up legit getting their initial salary advanced. Why is that important as a data point? Is because most of us do not negotiate our salary because we come from a position of fear. We fear that if we negotiate our salary, then eventually the other person is going to withdraw the offer or might feel that we are greedy. That's not true. As someone who is leading an organization today, I respect if someone is negotiating the salary in a good format. And of course, if there is a legit good case to it, we are happy to oblige as well. All right. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 is ask for extreme. All right. Ask for extreme. What do I mean by this? I read this book by Robert Cialdini, Persuasion and Negotiation. And in this one, I read this hack of negotiation, which is that if there is a scale where you have A, B, and C, if you're given A, you want B, ask for C. All right, ask for C. What will happen is eventually both the parties would want to come in the middle and you will land at B. All right. So ask for extreme and of course be a little more rational about it, put more context to it about the job, about the organization, etc. And that is another beautiful way through which you get exactly what you wanted. So that's point number 2. Point number 3 and hack number 3 of negotiating salaries is bring a value to the table. Do not just say that I would want to negotiate my salary or I would want a higher raise. All right. Exactly tell them the 3 or the 4 values that you are going to be delivering to them. Organizations, they typically have a budget and they understand that if you are going to be enhancing the revenue of an organization or reducing the cost for an organization or vice versa, and you can tell them exactly the 5-step roadmap through which you will help them achieve that, then they are able to expand their budget a little bit. They understand that if they bring you in, you are going to be increasing the top line for an organization. So have a proper action point driven email that these are the 4 or 5 values and be specific that I am going to bring to your organization. So that's hack number 3 through which you should be doing your negotiation. Hack number 4 is do your homework well. Most of the times people do this shoddy mistake of not doing good homework about the employer, about the organization, about the person they are talking to. Know their context. For example, in point number 3, we were to go back, you should not say things that I will be able to do X, right? And what if the organization is already doing X, right? Be very sure if you're talking about additive value to the organization, they need to be not doing it already. Only then it's a value. Otherwise, it is status quo for the organization. So make sure that you do your entire homework and research really very well. Which brings us towards the 5th hack of negotiating your salary, which is that negotiation is always done in a request manner, never in a threatening manner, which is so counterintuitive, right? When you think of the term negotiation, you think that I'm banging my table, I'm going to be this alpha male or alpha female and I'm going to be negotiating. No, my friends, it is typically done in a request manner. You articulate that, hey, thank you so much for your offer. I'm really excited to join your organization. And I believe that I could get XX because I will believe 4 more values to your organization. Would really love if you could reconsider it, right? You're having an entire tonality of request rather than of demand or of threat. With that, we move to the 5th hack. Try to have a competitive offer. Try to have a competitive offer for yourself, and of course, be legit about it. Don't fake it, because organizations do check. They ask for legit offer letters as well. If you have a competitive offer letter, then of course you can go to the organization where you genuinely want to work and have that clarity. Don't just play along with both the organization, because that's just poor on morals and ethics. But if you have clarity, if you have 2 organizations, you have a competitive offer, you can tell them, once again, not in a threat manner, but you now have a leverage. You can request them that my understanding is that the pay for this role requires a salary of X and I'm more than excited to join, blah, blah, blah. The 4 points of value, would be really happy if you could reconsider, because I've also been given from an offer by X, right? So let them know, but once again, do it in a polite manner, never ever in a threatening manner. With that, we move towards the 6th and the final hack. So drum roll, which is my favorite hack. So human beings, literally, especially the leaders, go through a fatigue. All right. So for example, Mondays and Tuesdays for any organization, for any HRs, for any leaders, they go through a fatigue because you're just starting your week. There is a lot of work on the plate, etc. Right. And in such a scenario, when you try to reach out to someone, then the probability is he or she is going to say no. Let me give you another example. It's a legit example. In United States, there were actually research studies that were conducted that a judge in a courtroom actually gave less death sentences after lunch. The judge would have eaten, was lazy, didn't want to take strict decisions, and the entire hearings that were taking place after lunch, the judge on a same scale gave less death sentences than the ones he were taking before lunch. That means that try to do your negotiation on Thursday or Friday, later half of the week and towards post lunch. What that means is someone is tired, someone doesn't want to say no, someone might have more bandwidth to also think about you, versus on Monday and Tuesday, they're going through a lot of firefighting, or the organization have their agendas and goals. So play timing to your advantage. So those are the 5 and 6 hacks I had to share with you to advance your career and get a salary. Most of the organizations try to pay a fair salary, at least that has been my case, but there is no harm in trying out, right? What is the harm? They're not going to take back your offer. Don't worry, nobody's going to judge you for greed. HRs know that they are in fact trained to also be comfortable for negotiation, etc. But once again, don't do it in a threatening way. Do it in a request manner. And like I've always said, if you need more help to advance your career and of course your salary, feel free to check out Alt MBA Scholars Program at my education venture, globalgovernance-initiative.org. We are from product management, management consulting, impact investing, public policy. We help to advance young professionals' career. And if you like being on a chai break with me, and if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they get to know about all the cool things we are discussing when I'm on a chai break. Let me do the sip. I'll see you very much soon. Ciao.